Yeah. I got my guy back in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Let him know who he is, man, and where you're from.
Hey, I'm Maurice Delp. I'm formerly Reese G. People call me Reese Gilla. Back in the hood, and I'm originally from Chicago, Albany Park. You dig, North Side. And I'm in Wisconsin now. So I'm born and raised in Chicago, Albany Park for life, AP.
Right, right. What is like out there in Wisconsin?
You know what? It's like it's wild out here, man. Because all the gangs that started from Chicago, they spread it out here. So it's brutal out here.
Right, right.
You
So they
know,
so
it's
they got the typical neighborhoods and knuckleheads
yeah,
just like everywhere else, huh?
yeah, same here. Knuckleheads, skinny jeans wearing ass niggas. Same motherfuckers out here. So
True that, true that. That's what's going on now. You know, that's the trend right now. Skinnies and minis. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of the trend, you know what I'm saying, to start a topic off with, man, I want to start off with some current news real quick, man. Everybody talk about this Diddy situation. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I just want to breeze past it real quick. You know what I'm saying, and get some of your insight on this Diddy situation, man. How you feel about that, man? Who you all think on the list?
Whoa. Some people that we probably don't even expect to be on that list. You know what I'm saying? And Diddy going, but you better look at Bad Boy Records, man, including Mace. That's why Mace hurry up and went so-called Christian at a certain time in his life, and wow, it's gonna be a long list. It's gonna be a long list. I say the whole Bad Boy Records, and it's gonna go back from mostly everybody from the East Coast. You dig, and it might link up to what went on with the Biggie situation too. I said it might.
Say, Mike, and with the biggest situation, in which aspect? You mean his murder?
Yeah. You know, it's
So, so you think everybody at Bad Boy Records has been compromised? You know what
hmm
I mean? And P Diddy is pretty much looking guilty of all these things that they're accusing of him. I mean, he's got a long list. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It goes from spiked baby oil to rape, you know what I'm saying? To date rape, drugs, to I mean, men, women, kids, bribery, blowing up cars. He's been connected to Tupac, Biggie, Kim Porter, Al B. Shore, Jamie Foxx, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and the list goes on from the 90s all the way up to that. I mean, I'm wondering how can a person get away this long with doing something that diabolical?
I believe it's that Me Too movement. You know, what goes back to the R. Kellys, to the I'm even gonna bring up the white dude, Ron Jeremy. Look, the list goes on and on and on until the break of dawn.
Right, right. True that. Do you think music is a form of social engineering?
You need social engineering?
Yeah, you know what social engineering is?
Yeah, bring it to social engineering. Like,
Social engineering is kind of what they claim, these hidden hands or people behind the wall is kind of
oh,
coaching the people into behave a certain way, act a certain way, believe a certain thing, you know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? Kind of getting us to go along with their agenda, so to
Yeah,
speak.
look, I was gonna say it's a Hollywood agenda, And I was looking at something the other day, and it was bringing up Master P, and Master P was very positive and very independent, and you notice his stuff ain't came out like that. You know, everything that they did over there, and in the No Limit Records, everything was like open what they were doing. It wasn't no sex trafficking, nothing. It had nothing to do with him over there. But I'm talking about these real Hollywood people that was that really ain't them hood millionaires like that.
Right, right. Do you know the history of Hollywood and the origin of the word Hollywood? And
Oh man, the list it goes on and on, man. The history of Hollywood, man. It's just I was, I even talked to people that was in industry that it is it's very compromised. It's
right,
very compromised, and no matter what talent you have, you have to be careful when you're Hollywood. I always say it's best to go independent because you compromise because they're part of the Illuminati. They're part of Illuminati. You bet. I remember Alex Jones was interviewing what's his name, Prodigy from Mobb Deep. Man, it goes on and on, man. You know.
Right, right. True that. Definitely that. Something I heard today. Somebody said Rick Ross, Big Beach got out today. Well, other day or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He's in the
Mm-hmm.
halfway house, right? And I heard Rick Ross must have got on TV and said the streets is back. Said making reference because Big Beach is home. Do you think that's an ignorant ass statement coming from somebody like Rick Ross to say
Hell
the
yeah,
streets is back? You know what I'm saying? After all we done been through, you know what I'm saying, and this, that, and the third.
yeah, yeah. It's like he's basically like ratting people out without even saying he rat people out. The streets is back. It's like, dude, just shut the fuck up.
Right, right. Say
Yeah.
say say he dry snitching in a way. That's what you call him,
Mm-hmm. Yep, dry snitching. You know.
dry snitching, or he's steady trying to push an agenda that no longer serves us a good purpose. You know what I'm saying? The streets is back because I mean, come on, the big beach going on 60. You know what I'm talking about? Talking about the
Ooh.
streets is back. You know what I'm saying? I do kind of look at that as an ignorant ass statement. You know what I mean? But like I said, social engineering is a motherfucker. And I guess they took P Diddy down. Somebody gotta take the baton and run with it. You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of a crazy thing right there. And other news is saying off kind of a little bit off topic. You know what I'm saying? I was just reading. I don't know if you heard about the police stations I think in Philly. I don't know if it's Philly or Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Said they're gonna be closed from 3 a.m. to 7 in the morning. And certain crimes the police not coming out for. You got to call in and leave a report over the phone.
Whoa.
And I seen that say that's also going to be coming to Chicago too. I don't know how true it is going to come to Chicago, if this is going to be in different states, but I know it started there and it said it's going to be coming here. Now, what does that say to you? How does that sound?
Whoa.
And you ain't heard that one, huh?
I didn't hear I didn't hear that, bro. I ain't heard that, And especially, yeah, I still talk about the OGs out there, even some young ones out there. I ain't heard nothing about that, especially in
Oh yeah.
Chicago,
Yeah,
you know.
Google it. Just Google it. You know what I'm saying? Google. I had researched it myself because at first I was like, hell no, this can't be true. Until I did the little research, I said, damn, they is. They closed the police station. So I think it said from 3 in the morning to 7 in the morning. If any crimes uh happen during that time, you got to call in and report it and just leave your report over, regardless of what it is. You got to leave it over the phone. And when the police is on duty, they only come out for certain type of crimes. All other crimes you got to, what I'm saying, fill your report out over the phone.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. That kind of threw me for a loop when I seen that. And it's like, man, is this some type of purge coming, or this is the real life Grand Theft Auto? You know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
place in
yeah,
real
yeah.
time. You know what I'm saying?
It kind of reminded me of like when we was younger, right? When I was younger, man, it was like they give us a certain time that we got to be not on there, and they looked at it as a gang sweep. I remember at one point they they went in the hood and locked us all up for nothing, just to so-called keep the peace. I didn't say keep the
Right,
peace, so-called keep the peace.
right, right,
You
right,
know, it's like man, there's nothing new under the sun. Like come on, man.
right. I've been in a few of them sweeps, so I know exactly what you're talking about. You know what I mean? That's just how they do us in the community. You know what I'm saying? They got their little systematic ways of doing things. Do you think the system is fair to us?
Hell to the no.
Do you
They're
think
not
that
fair.
do you think the educational system has been telling us the truth all this time?
Oh hell no, hell no. They have not.
Do you think all these preachers is preaching the truth?
Nope, nope, nope,
Do,
nope.
do do the health department show us any favor or justice?
Nothing, nothing, bro. Nothing.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I mean, if we shot down in all the major fields that we need to advance as people, then motherfucker, is politics showing us any favor? Democrat or Republican?
You know what? I think there's both sides. I mean, it's the same thing on different coins, and I've always said when yes, I vote Republican, but I feel they're the lesser of the evils. But it ain't even just that because I do have principles because I'm old school. I have principles. I don't believe in that agenda. See, what I vote for, what I stand for, it's not an agenda. It's principles. You know what I'm saying? I have grandkids. I'm fighting for my grandchildren. I'm fighting for my kids. I'm fighting for nieces and nephews and stuff, man. I don't support all these pronouns or nothing, you know. And that's my problem. That's my problem with the other side, with the left, because they have they support that pedophile stuff. They support it, you know. You, I don't care, you know. Like I said, this I'm not a homophobe, but you want to be gay, you want to get, but don't force it on our children. Don't force it on our grandchildren. Don't force it on our schools. And when we talk about the school system and all that, they are forcing it on our future, and our children are the future.
And they forcing it through what their education, right?
Their education.
And we already come to the conclusion that their education has been misleading.
Yes, yes,
So,
exactly.
so at some point, people should realize that I'm steady arguing. I'm chasing I'm just like a dog chasing his tail. With the argument is a dog chasing his tail. You see what I'm saying? Because you could be on the Democrat side, you could be on the Republican side, and
Exactly.
y'all could be arguing at each other, but you really going in circles.
Yep.
And one of the main reasons why you go in a circle is because you either directly or indirectly, willing or shit, maybe unwillingly, going along with the game. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And that's probably one of the biggest problems that we have is we continue to play the game. At some point, we gotta, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
stand up and knock the board game off our back. You know what I'm saying? Because they're using our backs as the board game. And the day we stand up is the day, you know what I'm saying?
And do our own research. You know, I
Right.
encourage everybody, no matter what side you want to, just do your own research. You ain't got to argue with me. You ain't got to argue with us. You ain't got to take my word for it. You ain't got to take our word for it.
True that.
Just do your own research.
True that. True
When you
that.
do
True
your
that.
own research, guess what? You're gonna come a long way. You're gonna look like, hold on, man. I see this.
Mhm.
You know, like a couple of years later, you could be like, I ain't voting for nobody. But I've done my own research. Just do your own research.
Right.
And
True
a
that.
lot of these other people have their opinions, but you know, the Bible said you judge by your fruit, and let them judge you by your fruit, and keep your action out there that is speaking louder than what you're saying. The old saying is, actions speak louder than words. You heard?
Right. Right. True that. True that. You know. And then other dudes, how you feel about Mr. Larry Hoover situation, man? He done been to the city of people. I mean, we still praying and fighting for my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, yes. This is what I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he's. I feel like he's in there just from being a gang leader, and not just Hoover, not just Hoover. That was the one that was convicted from being a minister of society, from being a gang leader or a drug lord. It ain't just Larry Hoover. To me, yeah, if you're gonna free Larry Hoover, why don't we go ahead and free Lord Gino from the Latin Kings? Won't you go ahead and free Prince Fernie from the Maniac Latin Disciples? Won't you get a free Prince Tuffy from the Spanish Cobras? It can go on and on about the Chicago. You notice that 30 years ago, around that same time, they locked up almost all, I say all of Chicago gang leaders. I remember they locked up the Royals, the same said the Royals leader, Hatza. So he ended up retiring as soon as he got out. He didn't want to deal with it. And, from what I heard, he's Muslim now. He's doing his thing. Shout out to Hatza. But you have the insane deuces, Prince, whatever. They did them all. And they did it so crazy. They took Tuffy, they switched them with the leader, with the gang leader in New Jersey. They sent Tuffy to New Jersey, and they sent the Jersey leader to Illinois prison system.
See, you done twisted me up with this one here.
It's a
I
fact.
mean, I mean, how do you know about that? Give me some insight on that story.
Oh yeah, I was in Division 6. I was locked up, and I know the
He was locked up with one of those guys.
with a lot of the leaders from the Spanish Cobras.
Right.
I knew a guy named Funk. I was locked up, and he knows Tuffy personally. You know, he was locked up in a joint with him, and word get around. The word come from the joint.
Right.
Word from the joint. They sent, and they sent them to New Jersey. Go look it up. They sent Tuffy to New Jersey. They switched the leaders. You know what I'm saying? And then not just switched leaders. Remember, they sent Jeff. They sent Ford to Colorado. They sent them. Hoover the federal pen. But besides the federal pen, look what they did to Tuffy. They switched the leaders. If you look at, they switched leaders.
Oh, Tuffy was in the Fed joint.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant. I thought he was in the state joint.
Yeah, state. No, they in the state, but they switched them.
Right.
I was like, whoa, and I heard that, like, whoa, and I want to see if it's true. Like, no, my guy Funk told me that. When he was my celly, he told me that. I'm like, whoa. So that's what they did. And then when I saw all that, that's before Hoover even got indicted. Hoover was actually the last one to get indicted, to go get sent to Colorado, and they've been waiting on Hoover. But when I saw that, I'm looking like, whoa, you know what I said this? In the next 20, 30 years, Chicago going to turn into a war zone. Y'all doing that on purpose.
Right.
Y'all doing this on purpose. Y'all want everybody to turn renegade over here. And everybody talked to, what I'm saying, from the folks alliances. And the big guy from the Insane Deuces, oh, my chief locked up. They got him. Oh, the White ODs, my chief locked up. Everybody. The guy that I knew from from the HDs, he was locked up, but Aggie ended up getting out early. But everybody, chief, they locked up just from being the chief.
Right.
And they knew that was structure. They knew that was structure. Not saying they was innocent on things out there, but they knew that was structure. But they knew if they locked them up, if they sent them away, there ain't gonna be no structure, and that crime gonna go higher in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I had to take these gang leaders, not just out of Chicago. That's why they had to take them out the Midwest, to send them on under the coast where they ain't got no clout at. I'm gonna go back to Tuffy. He ain't got no clout up in Jersey, in the New York area. He don't. They looking like, what's a Spanish Cobra?
Right. Real one's gonna work it out the best way they know how to work it out, man. It is what it is. That's how the system goes. Something else I be noticing, what I'm saying, in these communities, man, is that you got these Arabs and these Indonesian people owning gas stations, what I'm saying? You got the chicks and the whites owning real estate, what I'm saying? You got the Mexicans and the Polish, they kind of into the construction, you know what I'm saying, and locking shit down in that area, in that field. I'm trying to figure out what do the blacks have, or what do we need to be locking down as people for our communities, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody else got a piece, you know what I'm saying, a piece of the pie in the communities, you know.
Yeah.
So
We need to like I said, do our own research and stop being dummy down and come together more, because I'm gonna be real with you. Them Arabs, they come together.
right.
I hate to say it, them Hispanics. I ain't gonna say the Hispanics, but them foreign migrants, they come together. They all come together. The Chinese people, they come together. We ain't gonna come together. Reparations or not, we ain't coming together.
How you feel? How you feel about reparations? You think we're gonna get it?
Nope. I would love it, but but no. We get it. Guess what? Niggas gonna still be out there selling dope. Niggas gonna still be out there doing the same shit, reparations or not. Like people like us, we gonna be all like, let's go ahead and just sew this block up and go ahead and just kill them up. We ain't gonna do none of that. You know what I'm saying? People like us, because we don't suffer for that. We don't perish for the lack of knowledge. And these people, I hate to say, a lot of black folks, a lot of Negroes, a lot of hood niggas, they suffer. They perish from the lack of knowledge. And that's why up to people like us to educate them. Yes, I said educate. To educate them.
Right. True that. What are some things you be studying that some of the people should be reading into?
Man, I just say reading to the words, and that's my thing. And I've always say reading to the words, get into your own spirituality. Just read something very spiritual. Read more Malcolm X too. Read more Malcolm X. I don't know if everything Malcolm said. Malcolm X prophesied things that was going to happen in this time right now. He prophesied the stuff that he prophesied. He got assassinated 3 days after he said it. That he said about the white liberals. He don't like the white conservative, white liberals, and he said he said he don't like no parties, but he said this here. The only difference in the white liberals and the white conservatives that the white liberals are more deceitful. And he said that they use you for that Negro vote. They use you for this, and you ain't paying attention. But he said this: if you black and you vote that party, not only you a political chump, you a traitor to your own race. And boom, 3 days later, he gone.
And who is holding Malcolm X down today?
Who was holding Malcolm? Oh, man, I really don't see nobody holding Malcolm X down too much. I see a few people
What
on
happened?
YouTube.
What happened to Martin Luther King? He got killed too, right?
Yeah, he got killed too, but I wasn't.
Who holding him down today?
Who hold him down? I'm gonna tell you who hold him down today. It's them white communists. They hold him down today.
Like
It's the white communists, and it's them black folk that don't do research. And look, I said myself, I put myself in a different time zone, in a different dimension. If I was back in them days, I wouldn't have been on no Malcolm. I wouldn't have been on no Martin Luther King shit. I would have been more on some Malcolm X stuff, because to me, Malcolm X, I mean, not Malcolm X, Dr. King, to me, I think he was a point. I didn't think he was a hero.
What you know about Khalid Muhammad?
What I know about, I don't know about, bring it to me about him.
You ain't familiar with Khalid Muhammad?
I feel familiar with him.
He was a Black Panther brother. He joined, I believe, the Nation of Islam too. Was one of
Okay.
He was one of Farrakhan's men. You know what I'm saying? Real tight. Then I think they had a little falling out. They kind of kicked him out of the nation, and
Okay.
he went hard. I mean,
I never really got into
I
Farrakhan too much as
mean,
I've been. Yeah.
I mean, Khalid Muhammad is like Malcolm X times 10 to me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You
He had a book.
Uh, I don't. Somebody might have wrote about him, maybe, but
Because I'll look at that.
I don't believe he wrote a book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you gotta look into him. You know, he was the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, let me write that down, because I'm a very open mind. Look, I'll take it in a minute. I don't know this. Will you
Yeah.
see me? I'll be asking you questions.
Right. Yeah, Callum Muhammad. Yeah. That's
Cal-
real powerful. But he got some interviews. You can go on YouTube and type some of his interviews and
I'm
just
definitely gonna
peep
do
them
that,
out.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Just peep them out. You know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah. You know, another brother, I wonder, like, and the reason I ask about them brothers, because, they're them powerful leaders.
All right, I got
You know
him
what I'm
right
saying?
there.
All them brothers, you know what I mean? And I be wondering,
Look, you ain't never too old to know to learn new stuff. So
right. We all learning. We all students. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But and it's highly important though that we become students of some of these great teachers who held supreme
Mhm.
wisdom, you know what I'm saying? And
Word.
live these short lives for a reason, you know what I'm saying? And so it's highly important, I mean, shit. You know who Tupac is, right?
Boy, my
Yeah.
nigga.
These people had these short lifespans and they
Mhm.
spewed out some of the most powerful information that a person can
Yeah.
grasp on. So it's just highly important to tap into some of them brothers, man.
It's great. My dad was a Black Panther before he ever even turned BGD. Before he became a BGD, he was a Black Panther. They even buried my dad, man, at the funeral. He had the Black Panther hat on, and you know,
Right. You was talking about the
even though
last time you
even
was
though
on
he
the
gave
phone.
a disciple, he was always Black Panther before anything. That's why he was buried in that Black Panther hat, man.
Tell me about your pops, man. You talked about him last time, man. Give me some
He,
little.
you know what, Pops? I'm telling you about how Pops was. I bring my folks at the crib, and he look at us for real. And I said, "What's up, Pops?" He see my dude. I had about 15, 16 GDs up in the crib, right? I was gonna live with my pops, right? And my pops look at us. We got our hat broke. He'll look at us and knock all our hats off our heads and said, "Straighten your hat up in my house, nigga." He said, I know you, GD. I'm BGD. I'm GD. Well, yeah. Even though y'all GD now, I'm still BGD. But you ain't got to go demonstrate it. I'm
No.
gonna show you some. So come see me the next day. And my pops was working with vice lords, stones, and I'm looking like, and we all holding flyers, right? And I'm like, I gotta work with him. So what? That dude a stone, man. That dude a king. I said, shut up. That's y'all damn problem. And like, he made us get along, and all of a sudden, the guy he was working with, what I'm saying, that was Jesse Butler. He was a alderman at the time on the west side of Chicago, and he'll be like, buys all McDonald's and stuff, buy like 200 Big Macs and stuff, and we kicking it. And then I'm chilling with the king over here, even though like, dude, I'll catch you later. But then I got to a point we realized that we got more in common than we think. And my pops always told me, like he even said that Chief Hoover said this. My pop told me that it was in a script, it was in a literature called The Findings, and it said this one part that got to me, right? It said, you ain't got to go hate an organization because that concept is different from our own. Our own. I'm like, and I thought about that, right? You know what? They got different concepts, and that's it. We actually the same people, and my pop was cool with everybody, man. When I say everybody, he didn't give a damn. The dude, my guy just got here, four corner hustler. All right, here, Black Stone Ranger right here. BD. And I'm looking like, and me and my guy looking like, man, we gonna move on this dude. And Pop was like, y'all ain't gonna do nothing. my pop was never on that gang banging stuff. He said we own something like this, and he was about the community.
Mm-hmm.
He was helping people with their campaign. My pop's the one who helped. I don't know if you heard the Chicago name is Danny Davis. He's a congressman. My pops helped them get where he at.
Right.
And it's the same thing with Gator. Gator was behind the closed door doing the same thing. Larry Hooden left them. Wouldn't even left them going to gang banging in the streets.
Right.
They walked out with suits on and trying to help the community.
Right.
And my pop was still dealing with feds coming to his crib, same thing. But my pops told me you ain't got to hate an organization because their concept is different than our own. I'm like, whoa. It's just called concepts. We got different concepts. That's it. Really, we for the same thing, you dig?
You said your old man had some juice back then, didn't he?
Man, Joe, I'm telling you, bro. It's like, man, like he get on me. We could even break our hat around him like that. And then he didn't even shake up folks with us. Everybody like, boom, he looked up like this.
Mm-hmm.
And he hugged us like, all right, man, let's do this. I'm like, whoa. And he still had a 6 on his arm and all that, with a fork and all that,
Right.
He would not shake up folks with us.
You say he had some juice back then, didn't he?
Yep.
All right,
Most
right.
deaf.
For sure.
But he always was talking about, the Black Panthers. He always had that mentality. He was never in that gang banging mentality. He said it was different. He said when we started off, we wasn't busting people because of they different than us. I mean, I'm young. I'm bullheaded at the time. Like, man, forget what Pop said. You talking about. Let's get that dude. But then I started getting a little older, and I'm lined up. I was like, hey, Pops, you right.
Right. True that. You say you got a podcast you be running too, don't you?
Yeah. I got a podcast, man.
What y'all
More
be
recent.
talking about? What y'all be on over there, man? Give me a little
Well,
detail.
I be politicking, talking about political stuff, and
Right.
not just political. I talk about everything, man. I talk about the Black community. You know what I'm saying? I told you I interviewed Loca D from the Maniac Latin Disciples. We're from Gangland, And
Okay.
I reach out to people just get out of jail and talk to them.
That's what's up.
It's just everything. Yes, my podcast is leaning right wing, but I talk about hood stuff too.
Right.
Talk about everything. We allowed everybody to come in and do different call-ins.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what opinion you have,
Right.
It started off as a political platform. What I was doing, I ain't gonna lie, it started off a political platform. Then I got to a point I got kind of bored with it, and so I started having everybody on it. You did. Right. I started doing research about I like the way Howard Stern is over here. So I started looking at other vloggers. So knowledge is power. So I started piggybacking on what they doing. But let me do this a different way though. You
Right,
know,
right, right, right. That's what.
because sometimes when you stay the same, it gets dry, it gets dead air.
Right, right. True that. True
Never
that.
say the same. You dig?
Right. That's why I try to mix it up, do a few different things, you know. And maybe next time you come on, maybe we will discuss the religious aspects of things, you know, break down religion, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Get into some more spiritual debate or
I
something.
would like a panel, man, that we have like
Yeah.
about at least 5, 6 people on. That I would love for you to do one of them things one day, man. Have 5, 6, maybe 10 people,
Right,
OGs. You know what I'm saying? I got a vision, bro. You know what I'm
right, for
saying?
sure. We'll put it together. We definitely put it together. Ain't nothing. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's been a good one though. We got on there, chopped up for a minute on some current issues, you know what I'm saying? It's always a pleasure to have you slide through.
Hey, most definitely, nigga.
Gonna have to get them in politics some more. And yeah, we're gonna put that multi platform together where we can get in there, man, and have some OGs, you know what I'm saying, drop some knowledge and some wisdom off or whatever we're gonna get in there and do, you know what I mean?
You dig?
And shit. Before we ride up out of here, shit, what you want to leave the people out there with some words or something, man? You got something you want to tell the streets out there, man, or the people?
I'm gonna give y'all the words of wisdom, y'all. If we can't come to, this is one of my old religions, right? If we can't come together as one, don't come at all. And you know what? As you get older, people say as you get older, you get softer. Yeah, I gotten softer. You know what I'm saying? I gotten real soft as I got older, because you get grandkids and you grow up. You grow up.
Yeah, yeah,
People be in prison for 30 years and they grow up. You know what I'm saying? But if we can't come together as one, don't come at all, man. We ain't big and bad out here, y'all. We ain't big and bad out here, man. We ain't big and bad like we was in our 20s, y'all. Let's just come together, man, and let's just spread the news to our youth over here because they the one who was lost, them skinny jean ones. They the
mm,
one lost. And we gotta spread that word, that knowledge, wisdom, understanding. You dig?
yeah, yeah. That's what it is, and that's what it's gonna be, man. Like I said, I appreciate you, man. And now, goddamn it, I leave you as I come, man, with plenty much love, honor, respect, bro.
One love.
One love.